Greetings, you unworthy collectors of idle verse. I, Brother Peter Dimond, declare with unyielding fervor that poetry is nothing more than an exercise in frivolous naughtiness, a demonic diversion from the serious business of eternal salvation. What is the purpose of squandering precious moments composing flowery odes and feeble sonnets, when the world is hurtling toward its final judgment? History is replete with examples of poets, those sentimental charlatans like Sappho, Byron, and their ilk, who wasted centuries weeping over ephemeral loves and transient woes. Their pitiful scribblings are as empty as the void that awaits the damned. Consider the medieval minstrels and Renaissance rhapsodists who filled their days with self-indulgent musings on beauty and sorrow, while the end of all things loomed ever nearer. Their verses, dripping with self-pity and insipid emotion, serve only to distract the feeble-minded from the divine truth that we must prepare for the apocalypse. What amusement is there in waxing lyrical about the changing of the seasons, or the fleeting blush of a lover's cheek, when the final trumpet has already sounded? And let us not ignore the most insidious form of poetic wickedness, satire. Yes, satire, that perverse mocking mimicry of truth, is the very embodiment of evil. It parades as cleverness while it sows discord and undermines the sacred order. Every sarcastic quip and biting barb is a treacherous assault upon the eternal verities our Lord has set forth. If satire can be tolerated, then indeed every mocking, untruthful verse becomes a weapon of moral decay. Abandon this worthless art. Cease to squander your fleeting time on trivialities of rhyme and meter, for feelings are but the wind, and the world's end is inevitable. Let your hearts instead focus on the weighty matters of salvation and damnation, not on the empty page where words dance with meaninglessness. Poetry is a disgraceful indulgence, a demonic distraction that has no place in the eyes of a man of true faith. Now, I must address that loathsome, meddlesome Alistair Cognitus and his asinine book, a vile tract of nonsense penned by a charlatan who once claimed to be my friend. Alistair, you purveyor of tripe, have the gall to strut about with your futuristic gadgets and absurd schemes, pretending that your book is a revelation when it is nothing but a collection of incoherent prattle and self-serving delusions. Your words are like the rancid stench of decay in an abandoned monastery, unworthy of the light of truth. Your book, which you so shamelessly tout as a guide to cosmic enlightenment, is merely a festering manifesto of everything that is wrong with modern mockery of sacred doctrine. You dare to twist the truth and present it as profound insight, yet your pages reek of arrogance and unhinged blather. You and your book are an affront to all that is holy, a mockery that drags down the reputation of true believers. May your misguided ramblings be consigned to the darkest depths, along with all your unholy gadgets and pseudo-intellectual schemes. And if any soul dares to defend such drivel, let them know that satire, even the kind that seeks to expose hypocrisy, is a venomous art not to be trifled with. Poetry, in all its worthless, meaningless babble, must be eradicated